Hello everyone, Tuvalunt here, bringing you a Wartales Ironman playthrough, aptly titled Ironplay. The episodes will mainly focus on completing contracts and sharing the various systems the game has to offer. In this first episode, we meet our mercenaries, simply trying to eke out an existence, but with their sights set on something much bigger. The composition of our warband is melee-focused to begin with, but with the intentions of adding 1 to 2 archers for some ranged support. The immediate goal for the warband is to gain crowns, gather resources, and learn blacksmithing recipes to boost their early fighting strength. Feel free to take a seat by the fire as we begin our story. Let the tale begin. A band of 4, helping to escort merchants along the road. Things don't always go to plan, especially when somebody punches you in the face, but they stick together. They're extremely resilient, but never really satisfied. This is the story of our warband in Wartales. Let's see how long it lasts. At the beginning, a mercenary's life is never easy. After a heated skirmish with bandits, the most opportunistic of your companions have fled, leaving behind a generous payment and a furious client. Keen to make a few crowns, but not at the expense of their own lives. They now need to find a new job. Repairs and drinks won't pay for themselves, after all. An Ironman play for Wartales. Let's do this. We've got our warband. A pretty friendly looking group. These bandits are about to find out exactly how friendly they can be. Let's survey the field. 2 enemy, 1 poacher with a bow. We have a hoodlum. The hoodlum will go first in their turn. Our goal? To engage the archer. And I think we're going to engage both targets. So we're going to use Tate first. We're going to have Tate come up and engage the hoodlum. Hit him really good with his club right over the head to get him engaged. We will use Saxx to come in here and get the archer engaged. Now I'm going to engage the archer here from the top, because my plan will be to use 9 fingers to come in and hit both of my targets. I have them both engaged. Hoodlum's going to pop Tate. Poison Tate. So we've got to bring 9 fingers in here. 9 fingers. This. It's going to be tough to see if he can even get the range to get them both. Don't know if he's going to be able to. He's going to have to move up a little bit more. Yep, okay, here we go. Good hit, my big friend. Thana. Okay, so with Thana, I definitely want to be able to get a hit in, but I don't want to disengage this poacher. So we're going to use Thana to come down here. We're going to put some damage on the hoodlum. We're okay if the hoodlum gets disengaged. That really won't change much for us. But we didn't want to disengage the archer because we want the archer to do nothing but tickle Saxx. And that's exactly what the archer did for us. So we're going to use Thana to go ahead and kill this hoodlum. We will use 9 fingers to throw some damage at this archer. Make sure we don't hit Saxx. The archer is going to get 1 more tickle session with Saxx. And we'll have Saxx drop the archer. That's it. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. 28 crowns and a bow to sell. Sounds good, sounds good. Our early game strategy is money. We're going to keep our warband on the low side as far as numbers. We're going to try to save up money. We're going to sell items. We're going to craft our own items unless we loot an item that is an immediate upgrade, and then we will use it until we craft something better. When I think of how many people don't shoe their horses, it makes me want to pull out the little hair I have left. Tell you what, buy a horse from us and I'll throw in the horseshoes for free. We will, eventually, but it's not a need right now. Very important is to explore. As you explore new areas in the game, you gain knowledge points, and knowledge points will allow us to purchase open world skills, crafting recipes, everything like that. So we're in Stromcap. First thing I'm going to do is go to the forge. We're going to pay for our repairs the majority of the time. We're also going to set our blacksmith. Blacksmithing is going to give strength. We're going to have 9 Fingers be our blacksmith so he can get the bonus +1 to strength. There's nothing we can craft yet, which is fine. Let's go ahead and sell this bow. Alright. Already up to 309. We're going to go to the inn. Let's find some contracts. We're going to take the easy contracts to start. Maybe averages, if that's what we have to take, except for the rat infestation. That's pretty challenging. And as this is an Ironman squad, I don't really want to jump right into something that will kill me. Probably. We don't need to buy anything just yet. This is a contract. This informant here will sell us some contracts we can work, but we have to have the influence to purchase them. So we're done here. We're going to go to the apothecary clinic just so that we can unlock the alchemist profession. But we're not really going to give the alchemist profession to anybody just yet because it gives dex, and so far we have a team full of strength-based characters. Eventually we probably will create an alchemist, maybe to make some health potions and such, but for now we'll use the apothecary to heal when we have to. We're going to go to the Three Hairs Market simply because we're going to come and talk to Reynard so we can get our armor spit polished. For a few crowns I could polish your armor. Please, I'm so hungry. Yeah, sure. There we go. A little spit and polish here and there. Done. So shiny I could go blind just looking at it. Thank you for all the money. It will be well spent. And Reynard decides to steal 20 crowns from us and takes off. We won't let that go unpunished. Instead, we're going to come right down here to Reynard and confront him. You! How did you find me? Give us our crowns back. Please don't hurt me. I won't. I'm not a savage. We're going to come collect whatever's over here, and then we're going to find out where our first contract is. We'll head up here to the northwest and complete this first contract. It's becoming nighttime. We want to be very careful of ghost wolves, ghost boars, phantom swarms. You can tell when you're about to meet one because at night you'll see this kind of almost a bright white, what looks like fog. It's not fog. It's your impending doom. So caution. Caution. I know these things because I have played enough of the game to have some experience, to get a little bit of an idea of what's going on, at least in these early stages in the first few hours of playing the game. It is a game that I can't seem to get enough of, which is wonderful. I'm excited about that. We're going to pick up everything we find on the ground because we plan to sell it or use it to craft. The Highland Trackers Camp. Big deal here. Master Tracker Brennan. Name's Brennan, Master Tracker. Our brotherhood is tasked with the culling of all the wild beasts on the continent. We reward hunters for their skills and protect the common folk from these vicious animals. If you want to join us and learn from us, you'll need to prove your worth and take part in your first hunt. Yeah, sure. Come back victorious, or did not come back at all. Most importantly, though, we have Hunter Bega here. And Hunter Bega, when we have collected fangs, will sell us some layers. So these are really cool because you can use layers to boost, or augment armor that have layer slots. Don't even bother trying to sell me your filth. I'm in need of fangs to accomplish our ancient ritual. So we have to actually purchase using fangs. So we will be hunting animals and creatures for their fangs as well. We almost have ourselves a knowledge point. How do we know this? In the upper left corner of the screen, there's a bar here. It says 90 out of 100. Knowledge. Once that fills up to 100, we'll get a knowledge point, and we can use that for really an assortment of different things. And we'll go over those different things once we have that knowledge point. So you can kind of get an idea of what your options are. I think this might be our target right here. Yep. I'm going to try to ambush him. Okay. Here we go. Vanquish Aulran's squad. Aulran, and he's got a henchman and a raider with him. Okay, so the goal here, anytime I fight a squad that has a boss like this or a leader, is to drop the leader as quick as possible, because the leader's giving a buff. So the leader has strength, dex, and con increased by 30%. And he's giving what's called leader's protection to his companions. And leader's protection, they have reduced damage by 30%. So I want to drop Aulran as quickly as possible, because he's got boosted stats and he's giving damage reduction to his crew here, and I don't want that to happen. Not for any longer than it has to. I'm probably going to have to share between Saxx and Tate, because Aulran's going to take a while to take down. And he's got a henchman and a raider up there, so he's got a two-handed hammer and he's got an axer. I think we might want to get rid of the henchman early. The henchman can deal some pretty decent damage. Yeah, so I think what we're going to do is 10%, because we don't have armor anywhere. So I'm going to come over here with Saxx. Yeah, doing no damage at all. This is going to hurt us bad, this fight, because he's going to be able to put damage on us. The henchman goes first. Okay, so this won't really change much of anything. We're going to bring Tate up here to hit, because I want to see how the henchman reacts. Alright. We wanted him to come down. Come on, Tate. We didn't want him to necessarily engage Tate, but our goal here was going to be to set 9 fingers up for some double damage action. Okay, so, 2 for the price of 1. Okay, now we have to be careful because we don't want to run over this trap with Thana. Oh, and I still did. I thought it would give me an indicator if I was going to, and it didn't. Okay. We're okay. Yeah, he's going to be hitting hard. That was a pretty solid hard hit. So we have some stuff going on this round that we need to look at. Thana is going to have to at least move out of the Raiders' targeting. The henchman's armor is off and has no defense. But our Aulran, the Tinker or Captain fella, is pretty crazy sturdy right now. So let's do this with 9 fingers. You know what? We're going to Wrath with 9 fingers, I think, to finish off the henchman. We're going to move with 9 fingers a little bit to make sure. This arc here, I feel like sometimes this arc is not... Well, no, let's test the arc. Let's test the arc and see if the arc is somewhat indicative to exactly where the targeting is. We're going to move Thana over here And we're going to start putting damage on Aulran with Thena. Nobody needs a heal yet. Okay, so Aulran's going to get one more hit on Saxx. So Tate, I'm going to have Tate, I want Tate to come over here. We're going to have Tate taunt. We have 1 point left, so we're going to have Tate taunt Aulran the Tinkerer to start taking some of the damage. So we're going to try to balance that damage out a little bit. Saxx get a nice little free hit here. We have all of the armor and defense off of Aulran, so now he's just going to take straight hit point damage. We have no Valor points. That's okay. For now. Okay, so we're going to attack with Thena. Get some damage. We're going to move with Thena so she's not hit by this Raider's attack. So when it comes to Raiders, you can simply lock Raiders down by just not being in their arc when they swing. Most of the time, you can successfully do that, but there are some times where you may take a hit depending on the turn order and everything like that. Looks like Nine Fingers should kill him. Outstanding. Well done, team. I'm going to move Nine Fingers up here a little bit. Let's move Tate around the back side of the Raider. Now, effectively, we should take no damage the rest of this fight. We'll kill the Raider, but we're going to kill the Raider without taking a point of damage. If we position ourselves correctly, and we stay out of his arc. That ends up being the trick. Alright, so the Raider currently is targeting 3 of my companions. So for every companion we have, we want to hit. We're going to stick and move here. I thought I'd try to give the kill to Tate. Thought Tate maybe get that kill. And there we go. Success. Contract complete. Your group is overtired. Your companions might die of exhaustion if you keep walking. You really should rest. Absolutely. Well, we got some crowns off of them. And a masterpiece. Okay. Saxx also got a level. So let's go ahead and rest. Let's camp. You can rest at a campfire in your camp. Feed your troop and pay wages to avoid unrest. That's the biggest thing. Resting refills your fatigue meter, restores valor points, and speeds up time. So first, let's level Saxx up. Saxx got a level. We need to choose what type of swordsman we want to roll with Saxx. Protector, a fighter, or a swordmaster. We're actually going to go with Protector. I think we're going to end up making Tate and Saxx protectors so that we can have really strong bastions or tank options on the front lines. And we're going to give him 2 points of Constitution because, well, he's going to get 2 points because of the 2 pluses. And actually, no, that was like 5 points. Yeah, so, I mean, anything we can do to build the hit point pool on those of us who will be up front. Good idea right there. Increasing armor, getting new better armor is going to really do the most. Our camping is done. Let's head back to Stromcap. Turn in our contract. Get repaired. So what we're really going to do in this series is we're playing an Ironman series. So it goes as long as we can stay alive. I'm really going to try to stay with a party of 4 to 6 for a while to keep the cost down. We're going to focus on 1, maybe 2 contracts a session. So we just picked up a learning point or a knowledge point. All right, we're going to go to the compendium. This first tab, the knowledge tab, these are basically world skills, and we are going to take the run skill. You can move around by running for a few seconds. The best way to elude enemies. Troop bonus, we get to hold shift to run. So we're going to learn this one first before anything else, and here's why. Because when I hold shift now, we run on the world map. It can be a great benefit to avoid enemies. It can be just simply a way to speed up your time running around the world, right? So let's go ahead and head back to Stromcat. The biggest thing is this. You want to do your best to not let that meter run completely out of green. Otherwise, it turns red, and it's a very slow cooldown on your run skill, and you're forced to walk. Let's go to the inn. We're going to turn in our contract. We'll see. I don't know if the contracts have reset yet. No, they have not. I did not expect that they would have. We're going to go to the apothecary. And let's see if we've got any healing that needs to be done. Nope. Outstanding. We could sell the masterpiece here for 35 coins. Maybe we'll keep the snow iris and the comfrey for now. Maybe we decide to do some apothecarying. But we will go to the forge. And let's repair. Now if we go to the forge here, we take a look at our recipes that we have. We do have a rags recipe that gives us plus 10 armor, but we need 3 leather and 3 cloth. What kind of armor are we wearing now? We're wearing Angler's Rags. So we're wearing armor that has a little bit less armor than what we could craft. Okay, that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you so much for sticking around and watching that. Feel free to subscribe, like, and comment if you enjoyed it. There are also some other videos here for you to watch. Until the next one, goodbye.